western. I somehow rotated the map when I made it so long ago. But direction doesn't matter because there's radiation, and it's kind of hard to figure out which way's north. Let's say 2 of you are in Lalande, which is it's a smaller city, population of about 3,000. The definition of a dusty desert town, laying on the outskirts. It's days away from any other settlement. Definitely a long ways away from the mega cities of Omega and Virginus, considering there's a radiation zone between you and them. You guys are pretty much waiting for a desert barge or sand barge to come to town to transport out of there. So, the sun is starting to rise. Walk into town shelter. Find this old strip hotel, which has been converted. Well, it's still rooms. A good place to hide out from the sun. Looks like there's a bar in the lobby area. 20 to bring you to. So if you have roll 20 open, you will see nothing right now. A blackness. Okay, that's good. I've kind of, actually Sunday I figured out how to do like the view, field of view, and I'm like, wow, I can do this. This is great. So you walk up. That's all you see right now. As you enter the entire room first. Typical parts. Raise your head. That brings you to town.
and it introduced itself. I'm CATELA. Today we'll consider we'll see about the future of our players. First, we'll get
There we go. Is that? All right. 1 second. Let me do this. Guess you could see over there. I'm forgetting to reveal areas. I apologize. Okay. And can you move your little character there, Cat? Should be able to do that. That's fine. So you're over there. We know where you are. That's fine. Mitch pours you guys a drink, kind of looks around, and then he heads over towards the office and kind of disappears in back. Opens the door, goes in for a minute. He's like, I'll be back in a moment.
CATELA takes a seat at the bar. I assume Nick left her a drink, so he grabs her drink and she takes a swig. She slaps her drink down on the table, significantly lighter than it was, and she picks it up. And she says to Bolverk, "Yeah, I don't know where I'm going either. I've been jumping around this fucking waste forever. It feels like. You heading anywhere in particular?"
Well, wherever the work takes me, you know. Right now, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, I hear that. Raises her glass and tips it in your direction and takes another drink.
All right. I guess I need the first roll. Let's give me a D12 roll. We're rolling perception. You guys obviously, well, I'm sure you know how to do the D12 when you add it. I was there. Well, you are occupied with your beverage, so you don't see it. Fine. Hold on, let me pull that.
I've got a 9 perception.
Seven.
Add that to it?
Oh yeah, so you just add the perception to that, so you get a 10. Or yeah, 11. I can't add. 18. All right. As you're sitting there, getting to know each other, Cat, out of the corner of your eye, over towards the door, you see like a little shimmer. Something kind of like it looks like a heat wave, a little reflection. Give me an intelligence check. You are corporate, so you'll probably know.
So is that a D12
Yep. So
plus my intelligence?
exactly, and your intel is up there, so I'm sure you'll, as long as you don't get a 1. Yep. You recognize it as a corporate reconnaissance drone. It's only about a couple centimeters. It has an optical mask on it, an optical camouflage.
Oh, okay. It's by the two guys by the door?
It is up in this area. You caught the glimmer. Yeah, it kind of moved over here. And it kind of took up a station up in the corner there.
Is this a door here? up in the top right corner?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
it is a door.
So I'm gonna say Cat is sure does give that thing the side eye, and then she kind of uh jerks her head towards the door to Bolverk, kind of trying to give him a heads up that there's something going on, and as casually as possible, she knocks back the last of her drink, and then she walks towards yeah, that far corner away from the room.
Okay,
Okay.
so.
Bulwark will follow her. He's thinking he's going to get a bunch of lucky. All right. You betcha.
Where is the reveal? Okay, you guys go over and open the door.
Now I'll go ahead and open the door for her.
Oh, nice. What a gentleman. And it leads into, yes, a bathroom.
Awesome bathroom. Okay. Uh,
Oops.
so the thing doesn't follow us, or I'll say she looks behind her as she enters the bathroom.
Okay. It appears to still be up there. It is tiny, and it looks like the optical shimmer. As long as it's not moving, you're not going to see it. You you do not think it's following you at the moment, though. And you enter the bathroom. There's a guy passed out over here in the corner, slumped over. There are three stalls, as you can see. There are no doors on the stalls. And the toilets, not that it matters, are vacuum toilets. Since, there's no water pretty much anywhere.
Are there any doors or windows in the bathroom?
There is not. There is a light and three toilet stalls.
Dang. But I'll say Catla turns to Bolverk and she explains that was a Corvo drone who just came through the door. Sorry if I gave you the wrong idea or anything. I just wanted to clear out of there just in case.
Oh, okay. That's quite alright. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this area. Do you see a lot of them there corporate drones around here?
Um, I assume this far out they're not super common.
Exactly. They
So
definitely shouldn't. That's one of the reasons you headed out kind of to the, you're trying to avoid the corporation that you were working for. That is called Genetech, by the way. I didn't tell you that. You might need to know that. I do have at least 10 mega corporations in the game world because, I can just make 3 or 5. But Genetech is one of them. Obviously, you're not sure what type or who that belongs to.
okay, all right. So Catla leans against the admittedly not very nice looking wall,
Yeah.
and she explains. So it really shouldn't be this far away from the big cities. This is pretty far out to see corporate shit floating around. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to stay as far away from any corpse as I can get.
Yeah, okay, I can understand that. But curious as to uh, why aren't the corporations the people that pay the good money here?
Catla shrugs and, just like, yeah, I mean, I won't deny that. They pay you good if they need something. She says, I guess there's no big secret, and nobody keeps a secret that I used to work for Genentech. I mean, we didn't end on that terms. That's why I'm out here in Captain anyway.
Well, yep, so then we're going to have to keep an eye out for Genentech. No problem.
She says, you're free to go back out there if you want, but I think I'm gonna chill in here for a little while and see if that thing clears out, or if I need to make a hot escape.
Well, if we had to make a hot escape, then I think that I'd better all stay here with you.
Okay. Uh, she knocks towards the door and she's like, "Think you could do me a favor? corner and just take a look-see, see if you see anything. It's using optical camouflage, but if you look hard when it's moving, you should see like a shimmer effect, like a heat wave.
Sure, sure. Go ahead. He takes a quick look out the door.
Okay. 1 second. I am playing with some stuff. Don't mind me. I think that's right. Let me what did I do with it? Okay. You have sight.
Do I see the shimmer? Do I see the
You do not. It doesn't appear to be up there anymore. Not sure where it is. You can give me another perception roll if you'd like, just to verify that. Yeah, you do not see it. It appears to have gone.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out of the bathroom, step just to the side of the door, and
Okay.
keep an eye on things.
Okay.
See what I can see.
There is this. This is a wall. Actually, I didn't do a very good job with it, but this. So this goes from here all the way down here. So from yeah.
I'll come down here.
Okay.
Our doing. See what the normal protocols are around here.
You see Mitch. He's pretty much back behind the bar, slinging drinks and stuff. It looks like there's a couple of new guys. He's watering or liquoring, I should say. The two new guys kind of get your attention. They seem to be wearing similar outfits, armored trench coats. And one of them's got his back against the bar and is kind of looking around the room.
Oh boy, Mitch sold me out, yo. Outfitter, of course.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the two guys that are wearing similar outfits.
What exactly are you?
I'm looking for identifiers, name badges, corporate sponsored logos, anything like that.
There doesn't appear to be any that you can make out.
They're in similar outfits.
They are in similar outfits, and they're in somewhat ratty trench coats. Typically, when you see corporations going around the wasteland, they are marked. They're pretty noticeable. Their armor is typically heavier than what most civilians and mercs are wearing, and usually they are luminescent labels, or especially with Genetech. And even though you're, somewhat unfamiliar with them, you have seen them move around the wasteland, obviously, so you would know. But these guys, the trench coats are a little rattier. Their armor looks a little worn. So you're not 100% sure if they're specifically Gentech or corporate. There is no labeling or markings on them.
Okay. So I'm going to stagger back to the bathroom.
Okay.
Uh,
This gentleman. How do I wait? Let me check it. Yeah, this guy, this couple that was there, he kind of like bumped into him or brushed him. He kind of looked over and watched you as you entered the bathroom. This guy has turned, kind of looks at you as you walk in. Like, yeah, okay,
then I'm going to rush into the stall over here.
okay.
Catlea flips the bathroom guy off as he leaves.
That's the guy that I moved out.
Yep, goodbye, bathroom guy. Don't need to look, keep moving.
Okay, he walks out.
And so after he's gone,
This guy's nice and sleeping. Still, he hasn't moved.
Bolverk looks around, checks out the sleeping guy, make sure that he's really asleep.
He's got an empty worm shine bottle in his hand. It looks like he probably threw up on himself. He's definitely not clean by any means, as most of the people here probably haven't taken a shower in quite a long time. Yeah, it's rough in the wasteland. I'm telling you.
So I'll tell Kevin. Listen, there's two new guys over at the bar, and they may not be corporate, but they're certainly working together. They're wearing the same kind of outfit there.
Cal kind of, gives a deep woosah, and like, she's like, well, I can't stay in here forever. It smells terrible, and I just don't want to. So I'm gonna try and head out. Whatever's going on is whatever, and I'll just
Do
deal
me a
with it.
favor. Let me head out, count to five, and then come out there behind me. I'm gonna do the staggering drunk outfit here, so that everybody thinks that I'm a kind of hold the liquor. You know what I mean?
Oh, could we do a thing where like, uh,
Oh, could I lean over you? Would that be okay?
oh, I was gonna say you could maybe distract them, like stumble into them, and be like, oh, sorry, sir, and then I'll just do a quick walk out of there, hopefully.
Oh, that'll work too. I can do that. Maybe knock one of their drinks out of their hand. You know, maybe. Hey, how dare you, mother? Yeah, I'll get all American on them. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, for sure. If you want to try that, I'm down to try that.
So with that, I'll head out the door
Okay. Oops.
and around towards those two guys.
All right. As you head out, one of the guys is right here, and he's leaning against this nice partition that I built there, and he looks at you as you exit.
Okay, and I'll I'll wave at him and blow him a kiss as I walk past.
Okay. He seems on anything about your kiss and your your wave, and he kind of he's looking intently at the bathroom area.
Um, so,
He, so I'll say
I'll
to
just leave
him,
this open.
I'll just say to him, you know, I would go in there right away if I were you. Give it a minute or two to air out, you know. There's a little bit of a mess in the middle stall there.
He continues to look at you. He doesn't. His face is pretty much expressionless as he leans against the wall. It was like a glance, but then he just ignored you, and he went back to looking at the bathroom. Then he walks down here towards you a little bit and stops on the corner here. Kind of looks down at his buddy.
And I'm gonna sit there. I'm
Okay.
gonna put my cup on the bar and turn to the guy to my left and go, "Holy shit, you're moving fast. I
Oh,
treat you over here when I talk to you over there. Well, my golly, you're a fast moving guy."
um,
he looks at you for a second. He's like, "Ah, can I buy you a drink, buddy?" And
Well, howdy, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he,
Holden is my favorite guy.
he raises his hand to Mitch, and he comes over and pours you another beverage. Um, I'm gonna need you to give. What do you do with the beverage first?
Um, I'm gonna raise it up, give it a good sniff,
Okay.
make sure it smells okay.
It smells like wormshine.
Then I'm gonna down it.
All right, perfect. Since you both have been enjoying a couple of libations, I would like an endurance check from both of you, just to see how well you're holding your alcohol. Before we get into this next. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're doing fine. You're feeling good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah. Okay.
Feeling it already. Yeah, that's good.
Just gonna write down. Perfect. Okay. And you notice that he is not drinking anything as he's sitting there.
So I said, "Hey, can I buy you a drink, buddy?"
He's like, looks at you. He's like, "I'm good, thanks."
I'm gonna say that Catla has heard Bolverk talking to the guys and says,
Oh, I I'm quite loud. I'm loud enough that I'm overriding the entire bar.
And she's like, yeah, I guess they're distracted. So she's gonna come out and she's looking straight forward. She's looking all business, and she's trying to walk as quickly to the door as she can
Okay.
without making eye
Wait,
contact.
stop. Come back. As you walk up to this gentleman he's still, his back's kind of like back up here and all that. He definitely sees you and he steps in front of you. You do notice that there is he is holding a pistol right at you. It's like, kind of motions over to this table. It's like, why don't you come have a seat for a minute?
She she squints at him, but she gives him a little nod, like, yeah, all
Okay.
right.
He's like, and he looks at you. He's like, and don't reach for that pistol you got there. And he taps the side of his head. You know he's augmented. How much you're not sure, um, but he can definitely see through. Any he can see pretty much all everything. Um, I don't know, where is your pistol? It's in a holster, correct?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
underneath?
on like her belt.
You have a,
Yeah,
yeah. So he sees it. Uh,
it's not concealed.
yeah. All right. So he kind of motions you over to the table.
She's like, whatever, man. Go to the table. In her head, she's like, well, they didn't shoot me, so that's good enough, I guess.
So, Bolverk, well, you see this, the other guy, you kind of see him holding something up towards her. You're assuming that is a pistol, and he goes over to the table and sits down across from her over here. The chairs are pushed in a little bit, and he looks at her. This guy's kind of just paying attention. Like I said, his back's turned against the bar, and he's just kind of looks very relaxed. Kat, you sit down. Okay.
I turn to Mick and I say, hey, buddy, can I get the whole bottle here?
Which goes, I guess so, sure. And he picks up the bottle and slides it over to you. He's like, and then he leans over. He's like, you got credits, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got the credits, and I got the Swedish meatball, and I got all kinds of wonderful things.
Now,
Would you like some mistletoe?
mind you, this whole time, everyone has, like, they kind of were curious as to the newcomers in the bar, but they have been paying most of their attention to you. Very, very curiously. You know, it's the typical, I am in the middle of the country around people. They're very curious. They're eyeing you very intently, so you have most of their attention. Usually corporate guys would get some attention, you would think, but they're more interested in you. Mitch looks over. He's like, "What,
I'm a black
Swedish?"
man with a Swedish accent, so that,
He looks at you. He's like, "Swedish meatballs?"
yeah, Swedish meatballs.
Also, the elderberry jam.
Elderberry, no, the legal berry. That's what we got
Elderberry.
here.
It's saying you got me, girl. You right.
You're talking Norwegian. That's a completely different place. Good 15, 16 minutes away, you know?
At least it's kind of in the same area. Anyways, Mitch is like, "All right, this is interesting." Kat, so the guy with the trench coat kind of leans back, puts his feet right on the table. I can't fold the chair out because I put it on the wrong layer, so we'll say whatever. He's over there. Oh, I didn't know you could. Wait, messed it up. Okay. And he's like, "You really thought you were just going to what? Get away? You thought we wouldn't, come after you? Do you know how much money Gentech spent on you, training you with these upgrades for your skills?"
She gives him her most bored, unimpressed expression as she leaves an elbow on the table and then puts her head in her hand and she goes, man, I don't need a whole song and dance. You didn't shoot me on sight, so whatever you want, just come out with it.
He looks at you, he kind of chuckles, looks over at his other buddy. He's like, "Well, I'm here to recover you, obviously. You come back with us, there won't be a problem." You don't?
Yeah, it feels.
That's simple. If you don't, there will be a problem. And I'm pretty sure most of these people in here, they're gonna end up dead.
Since we're sitting at a table, would she be able to draw her pistol under the table, or against the side as the bar would be on?
Probably. I mean, you're more than welcome to stealthily try if you'd like.
Could I do a stealth check to like try and draw it?
You certainly can. You do have infiltration, correct? Where'd it go? Just give me a d12 roll.
Just regular D12, no.
D12 plus. I don't know. What would it be? Maybe. Yeah. What is stealth? I would say.
I think that would be a crazy base.
That, you know, I was looking at that. I'm like, that might be.
Or maybe luck?
Yeah, it could. Let's use luck. Luck's always a fun roll. I mean, you're a decent luck. I use that more often than not in this game for stuff. All right. Yeah. He notices. Bolverk. He walks over. Kind of. You see him pull out of his.
Smash the bottle on the table.
Okay, that's pretty much initiative, we'll say. As you go to move, I mean, give me a speed check. Let's see how quick you are versus him. How about that? If you give me something impressive, I'll allow you to hit him before. I'm gonna hold on. Let me look at something. Where's my difficulty levels? Or his speed versus. All right. He is quicker. All right. So pretty much you see him reach for something under his armored trench coat. You pick up the bottle and you smash him in the head. You can give me a d12 worth of damage, please.
Do I add my strength to that?
Yes, you do. So d12 plus strength. And it is a head, so damage gets doubled. So you crack him in the head for 32 points of damage. You shatter this bottle of wormshine all over the place. You don't have time to focus exactly on the what he pulled out, but he kind of moves a little bit, and then you see like where you hit. A piece of the glass went in and ripped part of his skin off, revealing a metal surface. So he appears to be augmented as well, and he doesn't look too happy. This is when we all do initiative. Since this is yeah, let's see what happens. So roll a d12, just straight. Let's not do any speed modifiers or anything right now, because it's more fun. All right. They have a 9. Now that you focus, Bolvik, you see that he pulled out an assault rifle, a collapsible stock and all that. He hit a button on the side. The stock all came out. The weapon clicked. He doesn't look too happy with you. He goes to elbow you in the face or hit you with the butt of the weapon. Unfortunately, he missed, though, somehow. I don't know. You threw him off balance. At that time, Cat, the guy across from you, kind of looks over. He looks very disgruntled. He picks up his pistol and fires at you.
Okay, do I do anything?
No, you can give me a speed check to see if you can dodge it.
Oh, can I flip the table?
Sure. Give me a. Let's see how quick you are versus his reaction. His pistol was already out, though, so. A surprise, perhaps. So d12 plus speed. That's pretty quick. That would be enough to deflect his shot. As you hear this bottle crash to your right side, he kind of looks over, gets ready to fire. You raise the table up. It knocks his arm, so knocks his feet off the table, and his arm goes down, and he fires. The round goes back and hits somebody over here as you hear a scream. Not good. No.
Sorry, dude. I always wanted to do that.
He appears to have a larger pistol than you. Let's put it that way. You recognize it to be a power pistol, which is a corporate issue weapon. So, I mean, you already know who they are. Who got what? Cat, you're up. Now, as you tip the table, and he missed, that is their turn. You do have another action. So, what would you like to do?
So, he's pretty close. I have a martial arts skill, but I don't really know how it works. Can I run over and punch him or something?
Because you had the surprise, the table is still kind of in the way, in between you.
Okay. Then I guess I'm going to pull
So-
out my pistol and shoot at him.
That nice blue, kind of transparent, is kind of melee range. So he's just like on the edge. So getting over there and throwing hollow punches probably wouldn't be the best.
Oh, so you say yes? Can you throw
Yeah.
punches?
You can, if you want to try.
Okay, how would I do that?
You're going to give me a D12, which is the attack roll. And yep, you can give me a strength if you hit. First, just give me a regular attack roll. Do you have martial arts? Just level 1. Where'd it go?
Just level 1.
So just give me a straight D12, and I'll tell you if you hit him. You will need a 10.
Dang.
All right. Everything happens pretty quickly. He's off balance. You go over. You try to swing at him, but you do miss, unfortunately. Bolverk, what would you like to do?
Well, I already smashed the bottom on this side of this
You,
guy's
you did.
head. So, at this point, I'm going to pull the MP5,
Okay.
bring it up, and shoot him point blank.
Okay. Would this be a single, a burst, or are you just fully automatic?
I'm going to go with a burst.
Okay.
3-round burst.
Yep, 3-round burst, so give me 3d12, which are your attack rolls, 1 for each bullet or round. What is his armor? What is your nice level 2? So you have a +1 to hit as well. And he is an AUG. He only has level 2, so anything over a. So the 10 and the 8 do hit. So now you can give me damage for those. And the damage is what? 2d12, so 4d12. Oh wow. What was that?
Good lord. So 26.
All right, you fire 3 rounds into this guy, which makes him move back a step away from you. As you see bioluminescent fluid kind of spurt out. He appeared to be a full AUG, so obviously it wasn't just his head that's terminated up. 26, 30. That bottle crack on the head did more than your rounds to him, but it's fine. It's all fine.
And I shot the die, stupid robot alien team.
So 58 points total so far to him. Now we do initiative again,
All right.
because combat is chaotic. So another D12. Okay. Cat, you're up. No, you can do that. It's a small munition, so it's not large. If you're pulling out a sniper rifle, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to do that at this close range. But you can definitely. Typically, combat is a movement and an action, standard. So you can kind of like step back a little bit if you want or whatnot, and then fire at him.
Yeah, I'll have to take a step back and then from my attack roll, do I just roll a d12? And
Yep.
do I do any?
It's going to be a D12. You're level 3 for small munitions, correct?
Yes.
Which is going to give you a +1 to hit him. I told you all how that works, right? You just add the +1 to your attack, and typically if it's over. Are you firing single or are you firing a burst with that? You can fire more than one round if you'd like. Which, if you fire a burst, you're actually firing 6 rounds with that pistol.
Oh, so it says it fires 2 rounds per shot.
Yep.
So
you would be, every shot is, yeah, that would be two rounds right there.
if I just want to aim at his head and try and get a headshot.
Okay. That is a -2 to that. So hold on, let me do math real quick. 2, you got a 1. Yeah, you need a 9 or up to hit him in the head, which you did. So at that range, so that's 1 or 2 rounds that hit his head. So you can do damage for those, which is 3d12 times 12.
Oh, wait, I don't have that. Let me try.
That's fine. 3d12 times 2. Wait. Yeah, 3d12 times 2. Because there's 2 rounds. That's what it is. All right. So 20 points. This guy. All right. Let me do this real quick. All right. Well, this guy was not augmented as much as the other guy was. It appears he might have had some siding stuff because the round or rounds that you just fired that close into his head definitely impacted, blowing out the back of his head, and he falls down dead at that.
Yeah. Ah, bitch.
Into a heap. Yeah.
That's a shit.
They got a 10. This guy is not too happy. He got smashed over the head with a wormshine bottle. He got a couple shots to his nice augmented chest, and he opens fire.
And his friend is dead.
And his friend just went down. Actually, let me do a bravery on this guy. Oh, no, he's brave. Never mind. He sticks around. He thought about it for a sec. No, he didn't. 10, 20. And you have that. Let me see. Bolverks. He fires at you because you're the one who is engaging him.
I got that full suit level 1.
You do, which is good because let me see. 1 second. Let me pull it up. You got hit. And where is my hit chart? One moment. Sorry, give me a second. You got hit in the left arm for a whopping 6 points of damage. Round just ricochets off of your armor into the back wall. People have now pretty much taken cover. Mitch is,
Probably best thing is I can do it from point, huh?
yeah, yeah, they're all spread around. I'll just do that real quick. He's just gone. He left.
I just blew God's brains out, guys. You better hit the deck.
Yeah, they're over the bar. They're behind it. We'll say they're right there. That's good. That was his turn. Like, they're like, what? What? Yeah, this one's like hiding behind them, but they're just like whatever. They're crouched down. All right, Bull, you're up. Bolverk.
Alright. Alright, 3 shots again to this guy.
Okay. Give me 3d12. Well,
Nothing.
all right. You fire at the guy. One shot ricochets off of him, his
The other two
armor
bounce
trench
off the
coat,
plane.
and yeah, they go wide. And actually, give me a luck roll for shits and giggles, because okay. Luckily, you don't hit any of these three that are down on this side, even though your rounds fly pretty close to them. And I believe that's initiative. And we'll do a bravery for him again. No, he's still in it.
Oh.
Oof. All right, he does go first, and he's kind of backing away towards the door, giving a little bit of room, and he gets right there. He fires at you again, Bolverk, and he misses as well somehow. Great. Which means it's back to you again.
All right. 3 more shots.
Okay, do it.
I'm actually going to take a couple steps forward.
Okay.
Being bold and brave, I'm going to take a couple steps forward and
All right,
this way.
you advance and you fire, and the 11 does hit. 8 misses, I believe, right? Yep, 8 misses.
8 hit last time.
Is that it? 8 to what's his armor? Hold on, I might have messed that up. Yeah, you're right. So give me 4d12 again. Let me see. Oh, nice. You open fire at him, and a round hits his torso, and the other round hits his head. Unfortunately for him, his augmented head protection, the skull that is around his head, doesn't do a good enough job, and your round pierces it, which means he takes times 6 damage, which means it's not a good day for him. And including the damage that you guys already did, he falls. He stands a minute, looks at you, falls to his knees, and then falls forward, dead as blood starts to pool on the floor. Yeah. Right. Let's go race chocobos now.
All right.
That concludes combat. As everyone looks around in shock and awe, and then kind of just returns to their business.
I'm going to roll bodies. Take anything that they're carrying.
Very good.
I would like to leave my guy also.
Okay. Then you find the following. Cat, you have a power pistol with 3 magazines. You're not going to have damage for that, so I will tell you what it is as I wrote it down. It's a +5 to hit. He didn't. If he got a chance to shoot straight, yeah, that would have hurt. And it does 3d12.
Is that considered a small munition? Or
It is a small munition.
yeah, I'm taking that.
And his armored trench coat is untouched. If you want to, I don't know if you're
Well, that's my trench coat now.
taking trench coat. Bolverk, his trench coat is not in good shape. You could use it or take it if you'd like.
I'm still going to take it because it's better than the trench coat that I have, which is not one.
That's nice. And he had a G36 actually, assault rifle, which is a medium munition. And there were 4 magazines on him. You each find a large blade and a vault card. So any credit exchange in this world happens, you either have a vault card or a vault chip. Think of it as your credit card. It carries a bank balance, though. Instead of using centralized banks, that's the money. Money is stored in these cards. They're digitally encrypted. They come in 2 flavors. Typically, they're normal, regular vault cards, which you can just transfer the funds right off onto yours if you have one, or you can carry it. Or there's encrypted ones, which need to be hacked to unlock if the user, or the owner is dead or whatnot. These both are, let's give me a luck check, both of you, to see if they're encrypted or not. Because it's fun to roll things, even if it's digitally. Okay, yours,
I am lucky, yeah.
yeah, yes, it is encrypted, which means you need a hacker, and I think you can attempt to do that. Kat, yours is not encrypted, and I do have all my loot tiers and stuff set up, so you can actually roll at some point to see how many credits are on it.
What should I roll? Another roll?
Another, just give me a d12, and I will tell you what the loot table tells me how many credits is on it. Typically, you want a 12. Oh, give me another roll. Because now you went up a tier. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me. Damn it. Yeah. So if you get a 12, yeah. If you get a 12, it goes up to the next tier. So instead of thousands, it's tenths of thousands. So I believe that is 90,000 credits you just got. Which is yeah. Maybe I want to change that. No, it's fine. Where? Oh, I missed it. Oh, I have too many pages of shit on here. Loot. Rare loot. Where is credits found? What was that? 9? Next level is, yeah, so 90,000. Congratulations. Next level is 1d12 times 10k.
Alright, here you go. I handed it over to her.
And more rolls. Give me another.
How do I?
So it's going to be your intelligence plus skill. You only have level 1, correct? For it. Level 2, so you're going to add 4 points. So it's going to be your roll plus your intelligence plus 4. So 15. So your roll plus 15. That's unfortunately you're not able to uncrypt it at the moment, and you locked it out. You can attempt that again at another time. Thank you. 1. See, you either get 12s or you get 1s. That's how this works. See that and obviously I don't know. I feel like the ratio is, there's less numbers, so you get more 1s or 12s on this than you do rolling like D&D for a D20. I mean, statistically that should happen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but which just makes for a good time for everyone. And they have a couple of protein bars and some worm water and stuff. So they were geared up for venture out into the wasteland. And they also have a couple of what's that? There are no car keys, unfortunately. How they got here? Oh boy. They do have a couple of advanced med kits. There are 4 total too. So you each find 2 of that, and I'm gonna say that's pretty much it for the loadout. Is that trench coats?
I would like to give Bolverk 30k of my winnings for helping me out with this.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
You're welcome. Can't say that Cat doesn't take care of people who take care of her.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll depending on the players and who they are, I'll be like I'll figure it out and I'll let you. Or I have loadouts set up that I'll just email. I'd be like here, or include in Discord. but I'll just tell you what they have. That makes it a little easier. That way you know. Yeah, and they don't. Like I said, this one down here was augmented. Um, what that means to you, I don't know. There are people in the wastes that do resell and use augmentations and stuff.
Oh,
So
man.
I get
Can we
you're
rip
getting
all
the
their
hang.
armor or something?
No, I'm just gonna pick him up and carry him around.
no.
I'm gonna still be well.
Give me a strength check. Let me just.
Okay.
He is only a level 1 aug, but still, tends to be a little heavy.
I want to give him the dirty look. You know, make some kind of rude hand gesture at him, like, hey, you better not do that shit again.
Okay.
He's like, "What are you talking about? Who's gonna clean this mess up?"
I saw that before you go back in the bathroom.
Oh, so you think I would call corporate guys here? Are you fucking crazy?
Okay.
And he looks around at the mess. He's like, "This isn't worth it. This wouldn't be worth anything." Are you? He's like, "Move, get, fucking move." And he comes over. Just then, you see another shimmer as you see the drone. It's kind of headed towards the door.
Oh, I want to stop the drone. Can I smack it or shoot it or something?
You might be able to shoot it. It is pretty much over here, so you're not going to be able to get it in time.
I want to try to shoot it. Can I
The
move so I don't hit anybody?
Yeah, that's fine. Move yourself to a. You can move up there. And give me a d12 to see if you hit you. Bolverk, suddenly you see Cat pull out a weapon.
Okay, I'm going to. Do I see the drone?
Give me a perception check.
Right down the middle.
Hey, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
you do not. You don't see it. She pulls out a gun and points it towards you and fires.
So I'm going to duck down. Like, whoa, hey.
Okay. You duck down. This guy walks into the door just as a shot goes by his head, and he kind of stops and puts his hands up. You impacted about there, and the drone was able to fly out and disappear. You see him very, very scared at the moment, holding his
Very
hands up.
frustrated. And she yells, "Not you!" And she like waves him aside.
Kind of looks around and then like steps over here and sits down. Like, what the fuck? Two huge. There's a pool of blood over here, and a dead guy over there. You know, typical wasteland. Mitch,
This is Thursday. Come on.
yeah, you know, it's another day.
Cat
So
goes
the
in her,
drone did get away.
yeah. Cat lowers her gun. She walks over to Bolverk and she's like, "Sorry about that, but I just saw the drone go out the door. I thought I'd get it."
Ah, okay. What did it look like? I did not see a thing. I was like, maybe they're tiny, like a fly.
It's like a little flying robot with like cameras and stuff.
Oh, so like my cousin George.
Yeah? Yeah. Yep. Like that.
My cousin George, he was a normal kid one point in time. And then he got into all kinds of electronics. And he plays games like and he didn't like the online games, so he did games in real life where he's flying around and shooting people.
Oh, okay.
He's got the little small tiny BBs, the airsoft is it called? But he's doing it from the safety of his wheelchair. He was in an accident and can't walk anymore. But now he flies around and shoots people for no reason. At least he did when I left Sweden.
Cat looks under her left bow and walks over her and she kind of nods and puts her hand on Bolverk's shoulder and she's like, "Hey man, I just want to say, I really owe you. You saved my ass back there."
think that you know it would be right for you to be forced to go back to the corporate monks that you're running away from. So you know they don't know me from Adam. So screw those guys. You know what I say?
He's like, hell yeah. This is like, hey man, you're alright. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm here. I don't want anyone to be saying that I walk around overboard,
All right.
Uh,
Thank you very much.
Suddenly, you guys realize there's crying coming from back in that area.
Oh yeah, my goodness.
There's some crying around the corner. Mitch kind of is looking around. He's like, "Who the fuck's gonna clean this mess up?"
I would like to walk up.
Yeah,
You're gonna walk out.
yeah. I'm just gonna pick this.
He's pretty heavy. You can. He is well. He is human. He's just an augmented human. You could probably drag him if
Yeah,
you'd like
we'll
to
drag
do
him.
that. Okay, you can drag him. All right.
I'll get the legs.
Okay, you guys each get a leg and drag him out the door. Which is like, are you kidding me? What am I supposed to do with that guy?
He's augmented too. Sell him for parts.
I'm like, Mitch, you deserve this. And then we just, drag him out the door.
It's like, you fucking Christ, and you hear him couple
Good
of
luck, bitch.
cussing.
Stop being a corporate whore.
You definitely hear some cussing as you guys exit the bar motel. As you do.
Being a corporate whore.
As you open the door and you step outside in to the street of Lalande.
Oh, God, the damn sun.
Yeah, you are hit. You are hit with the overwhelming. It was hot inside, but it's even hotter outside. And the sun just instantly.
I put my helmet back on so that it's blocking the sun so that I can see.
Okay.
That, if you look at my picture, that's the helmet that I'm doing. I've got a wide brim helmet.
Okay. I guess Catla will put on her death mask. I'll give it some shot.
Okay. Well, I guess we've got to find I don't know what they're called, flesh merchants, all dealers, to ship this guy for parts, you know?
I'm like, hey, whatever you want to do, I'm your buddy now.
Yeah, give me an intelligence. Or you both can give me an intelligence check. Bolverk, I mean, you've been wandering the wasteland for a little bit. I'd say, the Earth atmosphere happened a little while ago. All right, well,
Not so good.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh, there we go. Kat, you look around the street and you see a cyberneticist who deals in cybernetic augmentations. Typically, that would probably be the place to go to hawk out a corpse and get him husked, as they say.
Okay, so I guess
well,
your
first thing
Bolverk
you do
says
is
about that.
you gotta get into the wetware.
I nod to that guy and I'm like, let's try him. And kind of start dragging him in that direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna move,
That guy.
moving you off
And
that.
I'm like, hello, sir. What is a fine corpse we have for you today?
All right. So you drag the corpse across the street. There's definitely
Fair fight.
there's not much traffic. Let me just set this for you guys. So there's not much traffic. Just think of a wide, broad street, like a city street, but dust everywhere, sand, and the wind is actually kind of picking up, which is unusual. The sun is up. It's just this huge, glaring beast in the sky as you head into the cyberneticist. As you enter what is commonly known as a kill box, which is all over the wasteland. The room you enter, it's a lock, two doors. You enter. You see in each corner of the room overhead 2 indentations where sentry turrets could deploy in a second to take you out, which is common. That's a security feature in most of the wasteland. They just don't have open shops for a couple of reasons. They don't want to get hacked. But in this, exactly, the second door in front of you is a bullet-resistant, bulletproof door. Next to it, you see a hollow screen with a button, which you know can call the cyberneticist. As you guys pull in the corpse behind you.
Bolverk, this your corpse is your win. I don't know, let you take the lead on this one.
Okay, so I'm going to press the button, and I'm going to stand behind the guy, kind of propping him up with via his shoulders, so that he's almost like standing.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
My hands up over under his arms, but I'm going to have my hands up.
Okay.
Work his mouth and jaw. Hey, buddy, I'm dead, so I was hoping that you could take the hands off me and pay the guy behind me some a little bit of money so that he can get the next thing thrown out of here. You know what I mean?
You see.
I love Catelea to be standing in the corner holding back laughter, because this is great.
So yeah, I'm using this guy as a puppet and just making his mouth move.
I love it. You see this gentleman, this big gruff guy in what looks like a technician's coat. He's got blood all over him. Just think of a doctor that may or may not have gone to school to be a doctor. That's what you're looking at. And he kind of looks at you and he's like, "Oh, another fucking dead guy, huh? That's cute. That's cute." And you hear him beep at you, buzz you guys in, and the door slides open.
Okay, and so we walk him in. I'm gonna actually walk behind him and move him like he's a live person, like one right side, left side, kind of.
Weekend at Bernie style.
Yeah, weekend at Bernie style. And go, "Hey, Buckaroo, I don't need these arms anymore. So why don't you take them for someone else?"
Yeah, he's the guy's behind a counter. As you enter this room, it's think of a larger square room. There's different hollow screens with augmentations and stuff trying to sell. Flashing on each side of the room in front of you is a counter with him sitting behind it. Your typical shop scene as you see different things on the back wall behind him. And he's got one hand, his chin on his hand, his elbows resting on the case in front of him. And he's just watching as you walk. Weekend at Bernie's this guy up. He doesn't look that amused. He's kind of assessing, I guess, the damage to the augmentations as you walk up. What are you gonna do with him? Where are you moving him?
Well, is there a counter or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a counter right in front of you.
All right. Yep, I'm gonna plop him on the counter.
All right, like a piece of meat, you just let him fall, plunk, on top of the counter. Flops. You see the guy kind of move his arm off as the aug's head ends up where it was, and you see him. He has a look, and he kind of sighs. He's like, "Oh, did you save any of these parts? Is there anything left?" And he kind of looks at him.
Well, I did the best I could, He was trying to kill me at the time,
You see him pull out a communications terminal, a comm term, and hold it up. And he scans the AUG in front of you.
He's a corporate raider kind of guy.
I need give me a not perception. I need a charisma check from you, please, Bolverk. Well, no, hey, this works though. So he looks up at you guys. He's like, "Corporate? You think I want corporate AUGs? Get this fucking guy out of here now." I'm not.
I think you want corporate AUGs because they're good AUGs. Now, if you're worth your weight, then I think you are. beep 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 that's gonna get corporate in here.
Do you know what would happen to me if this guy, if the corporation comes in and finds out that I husked one of their operatives? Listen, I got a wife and kids. I don't need this shit. And he gets up, stands up, and kind of like looks up into the corner at the turrets. You kind of feel like his hand may or may not be on the button, if you know what I mean.
Can I try to step in and like talk him into buying me on?
Sure. What do you say to him? Give me a charisma check first. Please, and you need a better than a 2.
Please.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you say to him?
For Catlea saunters up to the counter and she says, "Sir, let's not. We both know that this man is not really a corpse. At best, he was an outsourced worker. Like, look at the state of his clothing and at how out of date these organizations were. He was really someone straight out of a big city. He wouldn't be taught them these kinds of organizations now. This is a perfectly reasonable offer. This man just died fresh, dead, minutes dead. There's not a spot of rust on him. Couple bullets to pop those out easy as can be, and then you're on
He's
your
still
way.
warm.
He's warm. He's warm. He got blood popping. This is fresh, so fresh.
He looks at you for a moment, and you see him. He pulls out a knife, a nice fusion blade, actually. So it's got a nice glow to it. And he quickly, he looks at the knife, looks at you two, and looks at the dead og. And you see him take another. He sighs. He takes the knife and he stabs it quickly into the back of his neck. The dead guy's the dead guy's neck. I'm sorry. I should specify that. Yeah. Dead guy's over the counter. Looks at you guys. He takes out the fusion blade. Looks at the dead og, as we call him, and then he's right in where his back vertebrae is, and you hear a little cracking, kind of like a capsule breaking or something. I guess is the best way to describe it. And he looks at you guys. He's like, kind of got a little bit of blood on him, and he kind of wipes it on his very not clean. Doctors cover up. What are they called? There is a name for them. Yeah, there you go. Whatever. We'll just lab coat. Wipes it on the very not clean. Yeah, lab coat. Looks at you guys. He's like, well, I'll fine. I'll only give you 6,000 for him though.
Catlea looks at Bolverk. He's cool with that.
Yeah, that's good. That she doesn't have great dogs anyway, right?
They were version 1. I mean, if any of you have barter or any kind of speech, or no, you can try to be very charismatic again, but we know how that's going to go with you today.
I'm gonna try anyway.
All right, fuck it. 3. Wow. All right, what do you say to him exactly?
It was a lot of work to kill this guy. He's pretty tough. So, at the very least, I think it's worth a little bit more. I'd say he's worth at least 12.
He looks at you, looks at the corpse. He's like, pulls out a vault card. He's like, I got 10. How about that?
You know what? Bakers can't be choosy. Absolutely, I'll take the 10.
Right. And you have another vault card with 10,000 credits on it. You see him. He reaches to his belt and he presses appears to press something, button or something on his belt. And to his right, there was a door which slides open, and you see this clunky Gen 1 robot kind of walk out. Well, not kind of, it does walk out. If you know Boston Dynamics and their robots or any of the sci-fi movies lately, it's a very clunky. They're humanoid, but they're robots. And he comes over and he picks up the dead og and drags him into the back. He's like, well, Thanks for doing business with me, he says, sitting back down.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
He kind of just nods his head to you as you guys leave, unless there's anything else you want to do in there while you're there.
I guess you could buy ornaments, but I don't really want to buy anything.
I don't think that I can eat the whole lot. Not for the little money I have. So yeah, I'll take it all.
Okay. You guys step back out into the heat and the sun, having sold your guy to husk him out. There you go.
I guess we ought to find somewhere to lay low to get out of the heat.
Yeah, maybe there's another tavern in town. I don't know.
So the long stretch, or the town, the center road that goes through it. Hold on, let me pull this up. Unfortunately, I haven't completed the city maps. If I did, that would be a great help at the moment. So I will try my best to describe what's around you. It's not a high-tech settlement, but they have basic necessities. There are a couple of other bars, which are a couple blocks away, closer to where the sand barge comes in, which is nothing more than a couple of warehouses, which hold the stores that they buy and sell to the town, desert worm and all that fun stuff. But there looks a couple blocks away. There could be a tavern. Let's call it a tavern, sure.
Bolverk, you want to go to one of the bars closer to the barge, and I think you said you were trying to get on the barge anyway?
Yeah.
Okay, we would like to do that.
All right, you guys continue walking. You're both getting pretty thirsty, anyways, right now, because of the overwhelming heat. It's hot, and it doesn't take you. It's probably a 5-minute walk till you find another. Looks like a watering hole. You're not sure if they have rooms or not. But as you step in, it's somewhat similar to the last place. You walk in, the bar this time is straight ahead of you. There's definitely more people in here. But this whole city is very townsy. Once again, you walk in and everybody kind of stops what they're doing and looks over. This one is a little more kind of refined, I guess. There are some hookahs on these tables, which have luminescent cables leading up to the ceiling and then down. And you see as you walk in a gentleman who exhales this luminous smoke, and it kind of it luminesces and disappears in this neon like glowing blue. It appears there are a couple of people in the corner doing some other stims, and the bar looks, decently packed.
I want to order a hookah. Do you want us to take a back table and order a hookah to share?
Sure. What kind of shisha are you looking for?
Have to look at the menu.
There is an open, if you could picture like a semicircle. There's pretty much 4 different tables that you have that's set up, like the VIP sections with little sofas and stuff. There seems to be one free. The other one seems to be occupied. There's another group of, regular, my desert punks or street punks with luminescent tattoos and bright hair. They kind of watch you as you guys walk over. There's a group of 5 of them, actually. 4, 5. Kind of pay interest as you guys go over and sit down.
So, Bolverk, while we wait for a hookah, why don't I try your gold card again?
Kentucky. And I hand it to her.
Okay. Another D12 intelligence and plus your skill level, so it's going to be a D12 plus 15. Yeah, that is enough actually, because of your skill level to decrypt a level 1 encryption. So you can roll D12 to see how much was on it, or you can give it over to Bolverk and let him roll.
I'm gonna give it back to Bolverk and be like, here you go, my man. I got it this time.
Okay, she hands you the vault card back. Damn.
Yeah.
Give me another roll. All right, there's another vault card, encrypted vault card with 80K. Jesus.
Yeah. You got that money.
You know, I was trying to make this game hard to like get money and stuff. I don't know if my loot vault card system is working to my advantage. I mean, it's working for you guys.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about however much the hookah costs.
No, you know you don't no, you don't have to worry about pricing for a lot of this stuff. I had somebody. Well, I'm not gonna get off. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get off topic. Okay. There is tends to be a waitress who kind of she's serving the tables in the VIP section. She comes over to you guys and kind of smiles. Hi, what can I get for you guys? You know, typical.
I asked her if she has any flavors that she recommends.
She does. She looks over and she's like, I prefer the blue neon. Hold on.
More interested in flavor than in color.
Well, what flavor are you looking for?
I like the tea, but that's just me.
She needs that fruity fruit.
1 second to find the right stim page. You know, you'd think I'd have all 300 pages memorized by now, but nope.
That's a lot of pages.
I don't know what I probably could cut half this out. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm making a simple game.
You could do more content or do like a short book, I guess, that might have that word.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm doing the game in Publisher, so I have on the left side a just that, but I've changed it so much recently that none of my pages coincide with what I have down, and I don't want to go through and change the sections. So bear with me one moment. Anyways, yeah, she does have stims for you, or hookah, smoke. It's a little different. Most of the stimulants in the hookahs nowadays, they're going to luminous nice for you as well as taste nice. They're also typically going to have other effects.
Okay.
Because stimulants are not frowned upon and pretty much everywhere. How did I find addictions? Oh, here they are. What do I have? These aren't. So she goes, well, I suggest a pink sunrise or a cloud 9.
Pink sunrise sounds like a nice little foodie drink.
Agreed.
Okay.
I
Pink.
think there's a shake and bake that's called that.
Anything to drink?
I'll just have a warm water. 2 hoses, my friend.
Got where we're for you.
All right. She leaves. A moment later, she comes back and she holds out the pay pad with the total at 8,500.
Okay.
You swipe. Yeah, the stim's 65, 7. Well, I mean, you got almost 180K to use up between the two of you. So hey, There you go. That's a little bit. You swipe the card over the pay pad. She looks at you and she loads the hookah and sets your worm waters down. Smiles and walks away, leaving you guys. Like I said, the hookah, the actual tubes, they look like wires. They go all the way up to the ceiling and then they come down. There's a mouthpiece that actually dangles in front of the table in front of you, so it's an easy reach. And the couches are quite nice actually compared to some of the other wasteland areas. I mean, they're not horrible. They're not nice, but they're not horrible. How about that?
Okay. I'll say Catla leans back and kind of gets comfortable, and she takes a long drag trying to get the hookah started. Trying to get that smoke all the way through. And once she gets it started, she turns to Bolverk and she's like, "Hey, Bolverk, I know I helped you out with that whole augmentation thing, but I don't feel like I was taken back from that there. So, I'm still with you if you need help or anything else."
I do appreciate that, Catlea. That is much appreciated. It's been kind of an ordeal.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I've been on the run for a couple of years, and it's just, from one town to the next, assholes like that basically all the time. You think they'd get tired eventually, but I guess I'm banking on that.
Well, people are out there trying to make money, and bounty hunting is usually money in your hand.
That's true. I can't say that I haven't taken my fair share of bounties when times got a little tight.
Did do either of you have com terms, communication terminals? I don't know if I mentioned the importance of having those.
Yeah, I think I got one because you did mention it to me.
Okay, that is your main way to access the exchange, which is the pretty much the connect net bounty net that you use whenever you're in towns or whatnot. There's really no other way to do it. I guess you could do it from data pads. Besides keeping in touch with each other, that is how you can go to look at the mission board. It'll tell you what missions there are. Just since you were talking about bounty hunting and missions, that's how you would go about it if you were looking for stuff. You could go to the bartenders, ask them because they're always good, as you did previously. Or you could also look at the exchange to see if there's anything at some point. Not at the moment. It's just something I wanted to throw out there for you guys.
Oh, I did not buy one.
Yeah, I think that's. I think I failed to mention that when we talked. That's like a thing. It's either that or one of the augmentations you can get is an internal comm suite, which is basically audio and visual. So you could talk to people, well, like telepathically. So nobody else can hear your conversations as long as it's encrypted. And you also then can watch video. You can record things. But that also opens you up to potentially hackers, which you are one. So,
Okay.
something to think about later on, and is especially the corporate guys usually use quite often. Is there anything else you guys really want to do while you enjoy your hookah?
Yeah, enjoy the hookah. Chat with Catlea a bit. Keep an eye out on all
Oh,
the
fun.
other perform.
Oh, fun. Things were bad
It was blatantly obvious. Like I said, everyone kind of looked, but they were definitely curious. But they seem to have lost their interest as they continued to smoke and enjoy their stims. And I want to say, give me endurance checks, both of you. Excuse me. All right, you're double 12s. You're both feeling pretty good right now. You're kind of relaxing, I guess, a little bit. and not much else happens as you guys kind of, usually people are in there until the sun starts to go down, and then they'll venture out there. So if there's nowhere else that you're planning on going or doing, we'll say that you pass the time, the evening. You take a nice rest. You took no damage other than armor for that confrontation. Typically, if you get a nice rest, it's a D12 plus endurance that you get back. For health, which you guys don't need to. Your armor is not going to repair itself. Unless somebody has a repair kit and repair. You are more than welcome to.
Would it use up my repair kit, or I just use it in order to repair?
So in the player pack I sent, it didn't have the specifications of the repair kit, but there are it works like a med kit, a regular med kit, so there are multiple D12 uses. If you give me 1 second, I'm pulling up what I wrote. I believe it's 4 D12 uses, 4 D12 uses, so you can use 1 up. So a partial amount to try to fix his armor.
Okay, yeah. I'll fix Bolverk summer. So do I roll a D12?
Yep, just give me a D12.
I also have level 2 repair skill.
So yeah, a D12 plus 4 points. So how many points did you take there?
6.
Yeah, so unless you roll a 1, you repair the whole thing. Well, you repaired 6 points. There you go. Look at that. The scratch in your armor.
You're welcome. Hey, it's important to take care of your equipment.
Absolutely. Take care of your equipment will take care of you.
That's what my mom always said.
So did mine.
Say, my mom's the only wasteland.
Looking up
So I
for.
guess start out, once it starts out, see if everyone else kind of like head out, see what's up.
Okay. That's it. You take a rest, you repair the armor, enjoy some of the hookah and the stimulants. They make you feel very nice, both of you, for a while. So,
I'm gonna use my comm to see if there are any jobs out there.
okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
No, I'm just looking to see what's available. And I'll just tell Kat what's available.
I can see it.
Right now, there are no jobs at all.
Dang. Wanna go check on your damn barge?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing here. No work to be had.
Well, we really are out in the movies, y'all. Too much going on except that dumb sandworm.
Yep, people out here don't even know what sweet meatballs are.
A travesty.
Crazy people.
So I'm trying to look up. Where is it? All right. Yeah, there's no jobs, unfortunately, at least at the moment. You guys head over to the desert barge berth, then, which is okay. It is only a couple blocks away. Now, how it works is the desert barges are usually multi-story. Think of big ferries going out to like Staten Island, or it's the size of a big ferry. They typically work off of levitation pads. That way, they glide over the sand ever so nicely.
So like Java's.
Yeah. Just they're not on tracks. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Their prices. There's no ticketing booth per se. The prices are determined by the captains and crew, and it varies. Also, their routes are not typically scheduled or regular. So they vary, and also the destinations that they're going to vary. And as you walk up, there's an idea. You see this older gentleman, kind of sitting on a bench next to a couple of like cases of something. There it is. But there doesn't appear to be really anyone else around. As you walked over there, you did see like a little market area with some street vendors and food vendors and all that. Not much else going on in Lalande.
I'd like to walk over to the landman and ask him if he knows when the next barge might be by.
Walk over, he looks up at you and smiles. He's got toothless smile. I think the dogfish be coming in soon.
I'll take a seat beside him. He's a nice little old toothless man. And she says, "Hey, thanks, man. You know where they normally go, or whatever."
He looks around, looks over at you. He's definitely dirty, like most people in the wastelands are. He definitely smells too. But
Hey,
you
we're
know,
all smelly and dirty.
I was gonna say at some point you just get used to it, don't you? I think, or not. I don't know. He looks over at you. He's like, I think it's going out towards a cord. And as she's talking to him, Bolverk, there's a group of children that kind of appear and come up around you. Mister, you got any food? Oh, mister, we're really hungry. Do you have anything on you? And they kind of look at each other all distraught. They're like,
I'm
well,
just kidding, kids. There you go. And I give them the protein packs that I got off that guy.
okay. And they kind of look over at you, Cat. Miss, you got anything? We're really hungry.
What do I have? Yes, that could be blocked also. Cat just kind of shrugs, and she's like, "Yeah, I gotta have all my food, kid. Sorry."
And they look bummed out. Give me, all right, what do I want to do? Cat, give me a charisma check. Yes, please. Bolverk, give me a perception check. All right. The old man kind of looks over and kind of chuckles. He's like, "Oh, watch out for these kids. They take you and rob you blind if you're not careful." Bolverk, you overhear this. And as you do, you feel a hand in your pocket or wherever your vault cards may be located.
Okay, I grab the hand.
Okay. Give me a speed check. Okay. You go to grab the hand that is intruding into your pocket, but before you can grab it, it pulls back, and you see the kids disperse. They quickly run away.
Does the kid grab my vault card?
Give me a luck check.
Oh, God.
I mean, you've been rolling so steady. You got to get a good roll. And I just want like a... Oh, my God. I saw that one and that two.
Same here.
I'm like, wow. No, it is actually still in your pocket. Fortunately, you were quick enough to stop him from grabbing it, and you did feel it in time.
Zipper it and bolt it shut, whatever I can do.
Okay.
Put 'em in your pantry.
And
The
the kids run off. The old man is kind of laughing at you guys, shaking his head. He looks. Yeah, you
People
can never.
like the old bands. They're pretty good kids. I think I would have done the same when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, they rob you blind and stab you in the back when you're not looking. Don't let them fool you,
Oh,
Missy.
little whippersnappers.
There's nothing good in these parts, he says. And he tries to stand up. He's like, I think the sand barge be coming in soon.
Oh, thanks, old dude. I get up, I go over, I slap him on the back. Like, good job defending that money. And I guess we walk over to the pier or whatever.
Yep.
Right. So the berth is I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it's literally the warehouses. Jawas pull up. Just think of it that way. And they don't even unload all their wares. They'll transport stuff to and from the barge. Um, and actually, I'll just say it's not much longer until you hear a rumbling in the distance. And as you look out across the desert on the edge of town, you see the sand barge glowing. Its huge levitation pads illuminating the desert around it. The moon is actually up, so you have a pretty good view. Most of the city lies behind you to your right. As you peer out across the wasteland on your left, you can see just the dunes and just miles and miles of sand as the barge kicks up dust behind it and make this dust plume as it comes into port. Uh, they're lumbering giants, I guess is the best way to describe them. They typically move about 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. So, fairly decent speed, but they are large. The one that comes towards you is a 3 story. Uh, it appears to be 3 stories, and it's illuminated on the side. It says Dogfish. You see it has heavy armor plating, as well as multiple turrets and gun mounts on it. And it pulls up. The levitation pads turn off, and you see these huge landing claws or gears come down as it sits and kind of sinks down as everything gets used to the weight. A couple of minutes later, you see this large ramp come down from the middle of it, right from where its belly would be, like in the center. It comes down, and you see a couple of the security guards kind of walk down the stairs where the barge security guards come down and look around.
Okay. I guess we approach them to buy tickets or buy passage.
Yeah, hold on.
Yep. Look up.
Sorry.
Say, where are you heading to there, fellas?
Hey, look at you guys. They're like, well, we're headed over to Darwin after this. You guys looking for passage?
Yep. Yeah, sure enough, that's what we're looking for.
And as you're talking to him, there's more people that come off. They start to bring containers and stuff with them. Um, Suddenly, there's a spur of activity around you as more people kind of appear. The desert barge, loud and rumbling and shaking the desert as it approached and came to berth. Kind of everybody knew it was here. So there's a lot of activity. He looks at you. The gentleman looks at you now. He's like, "Well, what passage would you like? First, second, basic? You want a cabin or not? Let me ask you that."
How much for the first class? Sure. Why not?
He weighs it over for a minute. Wait, hold on, let me pull this up so I don't screw you guys, or you know. Where is it? Right here. It's like to Darwin is 30,000.
Okay, that's more than I wanted to spit to me. So, what's the second class? What does that entail?
Oh, you'll be sharing a room with everyone else, with a couple other people, and you get shared lavatory.
Okay, and how much is that?
That's 20.
And what does basic consist of?
Uh,
Basic and cling to the side.
That you get to
Hang out
find
on top of it.
exactly. You get to hang out on the promenade deck. Um, no, pretty much the third is wherever you can find a room. That's typically what most of the refugees or people who can't afford any of the rooms do. Yeah, the poor people. And like I said, it's typically three. Well, I'll tell you when you get in there. But yeah, it's you don't get a cabin. Sleep wherever you can, and yeah, it's shared. It's a shared shutter.
Bolverk, I'm gonna let you lead on this, but I got 50,000 credits.
I tell you what, we're going to go with second class packet passage for both of us.
Okay, he holds out the pay pad,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys transfer the credits to him. He verifies, and he's like, "All right, welcome aboard."
I got the credit. You gave me that extra little money there. So, yeah, that's good.
You sure you? Man, I never gotta pay you back. Keep helping me out, my dude.
Well, I can't have you, I can't sit through the lack of luxury and have my best girl not be with me, you know?
All right, you charm me, my dude. Okay, I guess we'll be sharing a snowy room and a snowy bathroom with a bunch of other people. It'll be real cool.
But it's not, you crash wherever you
Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it.
I wish that you could afford first class, but that's expensive.
No, I agree. That's a little too rich for my blood. We get on the boat.
Get
Yep. I'm
all right. You climb the ramp in the centralized location to this desert barge. I'm also working on maps for this because I utilize these a lot in this game for various reasons. But I don't have a map yet, so I will do my best to describe it to you. The As you walk up to the first or the bottom floor of this sand barge, it's not that tall, which is surprising, but it consists of cargo, lots of cargo containers, and you see a bunch of crew and stuff. You know that typically you got to go up another level. You kind of walk up the ramp and you walk around to a similar ramp that goes up to the next level. It's big enough to actually drive a vehicle on, if you could drive it in. As you walk up to the passenger level, as they call it, you look over and you're surrounded by a large market in the middle of the belly. They're not huge shops. As you look around, you see a bar with about 6 seats at it. There appears to be basic armor and weaponsmith, including a augmentation or cyberneticist off to one side. Around, scattered throughout the passenger cabin, there's a number of people who are sitting in groups, families huddled together around whatever belongings that they have, whatever minimal items that they have. And there's also more containers. And the containers are standard shipping containers that you see all over the waste that you saw plenty of down below before you boarded the sand barge, measuring 2 by 1 by 1 meter if you need specifics. A little bigger, size of a coffin, a big coffin. Um, and typically, as you walk up, right in front of you, there is a door, a bulkhead door that leads to the second class areas that you are assigned to. You see a security guard hanging out next to it. Where would you like to go?
Communication pads here?
You can.
Yeah,
There.
good idea.
I would like to buy one. I don't remember how much they are. I think it was like 4,000 maybe? I don't remember.
Excuse me. I have it right. Wait, I did have it right here. Confirm. Confirm 4. I think it is 4. Once again, things I should know.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, what is it?
The data pad was 8,000, com terminal 4 times.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, com term right under datapad.
Yep.
That's why it's not alphabetical. What the frick? Last time I checked, C comes before D. Another thing too, the vault cards once they're emptied, say you have a multitude of vault cards, say like 4 or 5, they are worth a little bit of money too, credits. So you could always sell the empty ones. You get like 100 credits each for selling empty ones.
Okay, I bought a column terminal.
Where is that? Well, way it over. Yeah, I mean, yes. The option will be available to you, I think, for a little longer.
You're not keeping up with sale.
Well, no, not yet.
I'm sure that the trip to Darwin will take at least a day.
Yes, exactly. Before we do anything else, Kat, can you give me a perception? Okay. As Bolverk is kind of browsing, perusing some of the wares and looking things over at the market, you bought yourself a comm term. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a familiar glimmer again. Probably about, we'll say 7, 8 meters away from you, up towards the ceiling. The ceiling in the market is at 3 meters versus down below, which is a little more cramped. But it is up top, and you recognize it as the glimmer that you saw earlier for that drone.
Can I hack it? Can I have a comm window?
You can attempt to hack it if you'd like, because you have a comm term.
Okay, I would like to hack it, and I have a level 2 hacking ability.
Okay. Give me a roll plus intelligence, so plus 13 with your. Well, you said you have level 2, right? So that's plus 4, 15 again. Yeah, I can do math. Give me a d12 plus 15. All right. As advanced as the communications terminals are, you're not able to lock directly onto the drone. Through it for a second there, you think you connect, but it quickly vanishes, as does the drone, which you can no longer see. It looks like it jarted off like a firefly and disappeared.
So, Cat elbows forward. He seems like our little friend followed us.
Well, that's not good. Maybe we could hide away for a little bit until.
He says, I really don't think it'd be a good idea to call the potion like we did back in town and subvert stuff on this barge, at least until we get further out of town.
Yeah,
But
getting
maybe
off the barge is really horrible. I had time to walk across the sand. That's not fun.
I can imagine. He suggests maybe we should find our room for now and just check that out, and maybe it won't follow us into the cat area.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping.
And then we do that.
Okay. You guys walk towards the second class cabins where the security guard kind of holds out a little ID check. He actually scans. It's not really a ticket. I'll say he scans you guys because they took a biometric scan when you bought your ticket, and he allows you to pass inside the second class hallway, which is cramped. If you think of like a ship is, it's small. There's a couple of doors on each side into cabins. You proceed down to the second cabin on your right, and there are 4 bunks there, which is also pretty cramped looking. There's nobody else in the cabin at the moment.
Okay.
I work on the swap in the bed.
Okay. I'll take the top above her.
Okay. Right or left side?
Right side.
Front or back? I would stay further from the door if possible.
Yeah, I would like whatever area gives me the clearest, off the door.
Okay. So you position yourself, have a clear shot of the door in case there are any things. Bolverk, I'm going to say you, I don't know, would it be on your comm? Let's say you have a picture of your parents before the happening that you frequently look at, to remind you of your mother and your father who you're still looking for.
Yeah.
We'll say it's on your comm term. It's a holographic, so you have some time. Where is that? Because that's fun and sentimental, and reminds you of what you're searching for out in this wasteland. Not much longer. Not a little while. I don't know. It's probably been an hour since it birthed. A couple of other people walk in, kind of like nod, and then climb on to the other side of the room. Kind of like how are you? They look cautious at best.
We are somewhat heavily armed.
Yeah, they are not. They appear to be just normal civilians, or as normal as they could be affording second class passage.
I'm gonna install Minesweeper on my new cat.
Minesweeper's installed.
I'm okay. It's been a while since we ate. Maybe, after a while, I get a little hungry, and I sit up, and cat like pull over. I'm hungry. Want me to get food from you? You want someone to get food?
Yeah, let's go eat some food. Now I'm gonna take off the armor and stuff like that.
Okay.
Leave the armor in the cabin, but still wear, the tactical pants and shirt, stuff like that.
Okay.
Just because I want to try to change my profile as much as possible.
Gotcha.
If they're looking for a guy in armor, big hat on, etc., which is all that they know me as, because I don't show an inch of skin.
Yeah.
So this will at least get a different look.
Okay.
Yeah, they could have done a bioscan. I would have removed the mask so that they could do an eye scan, an ocular scan, something like that, or do a facial recognition program. But nothing more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I figure. I mean, I don't even know if it would probably be a encrypted ticket. But I was going to say it's probably linked to your vault card. That's what you'd show, because that would be embedded in that, because the vault cards are crypto secure cards. So let's just say that's how the system works from now on.
I could also take off the glove and do the palm print thing.
Yeah. But How accurate is that in a future filled with nanites and genetic engineering, though? You know, so
Well, that's the
mm,
whole thing. Is that yeah,
yeah.
even bio
hmm
isn't all that.
I just saw a new article where that now they can take DNA out of the air. So if you just walk
Ooh,
around, so how good is that? I like the idea of using the vault card
yeah.
as your actual, what you paid for or paid with has your encrypted ticket on it. So let's just say that. So
Well, the vault card I'm sure would be connected to my com link and everything like that. That would give me the ability to pass through things.
yeah,
Back when I was in Japan in 1998, they already had it where you use your phone to pay for everything,
yep,
and the phone actually acted as a key to the door to your hotel, the key to your car, your rental car. They had it all so that you could. Whereas we had the brick phones and we never really used the IR,
yeah,
the infrared readers.
yep,
Over in Japan, that was the big thing, and it worked everything. When you landed in the airport, you bought a cell phone, you bought a Nokia phone, a little Nokia brick, and you walk up to the hotel room that you just rented, you press a couple buttons on your phone, and boop, the door opens up for you.
That's pretty cool.
as long as you don't lose your cell
Yeah.
phone, right?
Well, that was the whole thing. Is that they tell you when you get it, whatever you do, don't use a cell phone. You will be screwed if you do.
Yeah. Huh? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, who doesn't typically have a cell phone on them nowadays?
Yeah, and now that cell phones are like everywhere, I mean everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be more so than it was.
I mean, yeah, like Google Pay now, I feel like that's pretty similar. So, whenever I use that, to get in my wallet and stuff.
All the Google and Apple Pay and stuff. It's right there on your phone.
Yeah,
So,
just tap it and stuff.
yep,
And it goes, whoop, you paid, thanks.
done. So that's including the vault cards. Like I said, there are vault chips which are implanted chips. So that way, it's you wave your wrist over something and you deduct and put funds on it back and forth. Which they kind of have. I saw a couple of people who have that now. Actually, they put the NFC chips from their credit card and they embed it in them.
Yep.
That way they can pay like that.
That's
And they don't
great.
have to worry about it. Yeah.
hmm
They don't have
Done.
to worry about losing their card. They don't have to worry about anything. Yeah.
They just have to worry about somebody coming and husking them. But that's that's another story if that happens. So whatever.
At that point, they're not worried
That,
about anything
yeah.
anyways.
Nope. This is gonna suck. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Let's say that. All right. That's fine. You take your armor off. You leave it in the room, and you head out. Cat, you keeping fully equipped.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my stuff. I stole that drone. You can
Uh,
remove this. I'd
don't
rather
get me wrong.
have
I'm
it.
keeping
So,
the G36 on me. So
Nice. Yes.
I'm going to lose the MP5, drop that behind, but the G6, which has been under the trench coat, I'm going to keep that with me.
Okay. I'm going to say there is something in the room, a lockbox where you can leave your armor and stuff, just like a foot locker. And it's
Okay, cool.
also lockable for a vault card, or you're the same way that you would do it. So you use your vault card to
Yep.
lock and unlock it. That way, all your stuff is secured, and it is big enough to hold your armor. I mean, foot locker size. So it only makes sense that they would have that.
we heading out, back out to like a market area, I suppose.
Okay, you guys head back
Yeah,
out into the market.
there you go. There's a picture of my mom and dad.
Hold on, I'm pages away from Discord. Nice.
They were beautiful. You must miss them every day.
Well, my dad didn't know, so he came back to America when mom and mom's stayed in Sweden, so
Oh, are you from Florida?
yeah, yeah. He was a black guy. His name was Sam.
Do you have any clues or any idea where he might be? Did he ever write letters or anything?
Ah, yeah. He said he was from Baltimore.
Good work.
I don't know where that is now, though. I can't find any city by the name of Baltimore on the maps.
Yeah, that might be a boner.
So,
Isn't it like a thing that like Baltimore is the most exploded city in cinema? Like anytime you have to blow up a city in a movie, it's usually Baltimore.
I think it is. I don't know.
that would make sense. That's literally the seat of Baltimore. If you've never been there, get.
Poor Seymour. I've been to one many times.
Oh, why? I've been working a couple bars in town, but it could blow up. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Jesus.
I used to work in like the Hunt Valley area for quite a while.
I was in Inner Harbor.
Oh, I mean, at least that's the tourist area, I guess.
Yeah,
They keep
yeah,
that part pretty.
yeah, but you don't live in the Inner Harbor.
Nah, yeah.
Some more. Yeah, no, that's. I think that's a different coast from
Oh.
where this map is. But most of the East Coast was completely ravaged and destroyed. We'll say. Um,
All right.
but
So there's a good chance that Dad's dead, just like
well,
Mom.
well, but he did work for.
We don't know that. We don't know that. Keep up hope.
He did work for the aeronautical firm as a
Yeah.
software engineer, which is corporate. Trying to think what you know. Trying to think of
They might have evac him.
which corporation it would have been because I didn't write down which corporation I was going to put him in.
See, I was thinking the name of the company would be like Raytheon or something like that.
Oh, it does.
Just to let you know, aircraft, uh, most aircraft companies don't do their own software.
Yep.
Raytheon does the inner workings for like 90% of the aircraft that are in the air.
Really, really, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that.
They do all the radar.
Or,
there's like three radar companies, but Raytheon's the only one that does all the radar for all the military.
that's a scary thought, actually. I feel like, isn't it?
Not for Raytheon.
Well, no, that's great for them. I can't even imagine how much money that would be.
That good old government contract.
That's.
Um,
I would.
so yeah, if you got a government jet, it's all the software is done by Raytheon, all of it.
Call it safety and so you don't get too popular.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think the game is pretty good with not using real world companies and stuff. However, a lot of the weapons, in case you've noticed, some of them, I don't know if I get in trouble for like using an MP5 or an Uzi per se.
You would get in trouble for using Uzi,
Yeah.
but if you went with the Mac 10
Yeah.
or something like that, that isn't copyrighted. That name isn't copyrighted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like the difference between like calling it like a Desert Eagle or just American.
Yeah.
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 If you like, okay, for example, here I'll go to the pistols here. You got 9mm pistol, no big deal. Revolver, no big deal. RP-36, also no big deal. S5 pistol and Tech 9. None of them are going to get you any trouble.
Yeah.
The Uzi might,
But
Um,
they're
the
brand
Bushmaster
name.
will.
Yeah. Bushmax will definitely FN 2000. Oh no, even the FN 2000. What is it in real life? I don't remember.
That's not going to get you
No.
any problems.
Like everything else is pretty. I mean, M4, meh.
Needle assault rifle, no big deal. Advanced sniper rifle.
To
Oh,
be fair, the
get rid of the word
chances
assault
that
rifle. Call it armor light rifle.
Get rid of which one?
The word assault.
And put an armor light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the AR-15. AR stands for armor light rifle.
Yep. You're right.
the chances of those companies taking heat with
Yeah. It's
putting
not.
like a CCRPG using their branding is
Yeah.
pretty low.
I mean, especially because I don't have 13 million people playing my game too. So flying under the radar, I feel like.
And and the funny thing is that if you talk to some of these companies, they will pay you to use their name.
Yeah. Well, there is a new weapon. Sorry, we're off game and we're off like character right now. All over the place for this introduction into the world. I apologize. Ahem. Uh, I added. There was another rifle that I found the other day, which I fell in love with because so I get my firearms out playing paintball, but I play mag-fed, so I have a bunch of rifle. I have a bunch of stuff, but anyways, there's certain weapons out there that I adore, and I found a Hungarian. I don't know if you know about this one. I played one of my Sunday guys is an ex-military too, Patrick. He's awesome, and I showed him the rifle, and he saw it, but he didn't know what it was. It's a Hungarian-made 50 caliber assault rifle. I'm trying to look for where did I put it. But I added that. But I changed it around so that it wasn't specifically, that. Instead of a Lynx, it's a LNX or something like that. Just so there's never an issue with that. And I don't remember where I was going with that. Probably for the copyright stuff. But
Oh, links. Okay.
but it's a great. I mean, 5-round mag. If I was playing my game, I'd want one of those for medium to long engagements because it's gonna take some armored stuff out.
Let me introduce you to the bear.
Yes. But it's such a larger rifle. This one's a compact bullpup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I am trying to find the picture I should have right here. Oh, here it is. That's it. But it's a nice rifle, especially yeah. That's yeah.
I don't like the rear magazine.
Hmm.
Pain in the neck to trade out, swap out. Takes extra long.
Yep.
That's something that I'm not a big fan of, but that's just me. But yeah, it's a pretty rifle. It's very
Well,
attractive.
you have to think that it's a unloaded. It's a 25-pound rifle. So by bringing the magazine back there, it's kind of a little easier to wield. In terms of, I mean, you can use it just like an assault rifle, but
It helps to balance the weight
yeah,
a little bit.
exactly. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're way off of Sand Barge and my game. Well, as play testers, I apologize for some of this, but just little things come up. Anyways, okay, fine. I guess I should figure back out to the market since there is more to this that we could do. So yes, you're looking for who was working last time you knew on the East Coast, which was pretty much gone. But the company that he works for has offices and areas on the West Coast, I guess, which is where this map mainly is. Because I never really specified which coast, but we'll say it's on the West Coast. Yeah. You guys enter the market that you were in earlier. Like I said, there are different food stations. If you think of the kiosks at the mall, the counters, there's four to six seats per, so it's not very big. It's not overly packed. There is a decent amount of people on the sand barge, and as you step into the market, you hear the lower hatch actually closing, and the engines start to turn on. This rumbling, and the entire sand barge kind of vibrates as this pulsing picks up as the engines kick on, and suddenly you feel the whole sand barge somewhat, get that bouncy feeling as it lifts off the ground and starts to move forward. Its lower gears you hear clinging and clanging onto the bottom of the vessel as it starts to move ever so slowly away from Lalande.
Okay. I have the hunter. Cat wants to go check out the sea. So what are my options?
Well, various stalls from you see somebody slinging noodles. You have some desert worm. It looks like they're grilling over some kind of coals. There's a couple of desert beetles, which are pitch black. Almost the scale looks to luminesce, kind of like oil. How it reflects all the colors. They're about 30 centimeters in size. Black beetles. Their abdomen is split open actually, and they're on their backs being cooked. There's a couple of other undistinguishable meats at some of the vendors, but those are the ones that you are most familiar with out in the wasteland: the worm and the beetles.
Dang, those noodles be looking good. Bolverk, how do you feel about noodles?
Yeah, I love the noodles. That's a good thing. Yeah.
There are no Swedish meatballs, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't think there would be. The people in the other town, they didn't even know what that was. So
I'm sure they are skewering and grilling meat somewhere. We could get you some of that chocolate. Be good.
I'm okay with the noodles. And I tell you what, let's pick up a couple of beetles for me. There we go. That's a good deal.
Beetles.
We
There,
head over to the noodle counter.
okay, there are two seats available. You guys pull yourselves or pull up to the seats, sit down, and the lady nods, who's slinging noodles back there. A couple minutes, a minute later, you've got a nice little bowl. The bowl itself is made out of desert worm scale, as most of the plates and utensils and the stuff that we take for granted, well, they are hard to come by. Desert worm scales are used for everything. She plates up 2 scales worth of noodles for you two. Pulls out from this boiling greenish liquid glass vase some appears to be chopsticks, made from desert worm as well, and hands them to you as you start to slurp down the noodles. She looks, waiting for your acknowledgement that they're okay, and they're decent. They're decent noodles.
I give her a thumbs up and I'll also hand her my wolf card.
Okay.
I've seen her do that and give my own clumsy, awkward thumbs up.
Okay. She kind of smiles, takes your fault card, and takes off 1,000 credits.
Okay.
Unless you're paying separate, in which case it's 500 each. Okay. Once again, there's a pay station. You just swipe. Nobody has to touch anything. It comes up, done. Nice and easy. So, as you're slurping down your noodles, you're pretty much halfway through your noodles when suddenly there's a tap on your shoulder. There, Bolverk.
Okay.
Uh, you turn and you see a larger gentleman, probably about 6'4", 6'5", like 250, 300-pound guy, looking at you. You're in my seat, he kind of gruffly says.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was sitting here because there was no one in the seat. So I'll be done in a moment.
Kind of looks around. The marketplace. Like I said, there's a couple of people and stuff. It's not packed by any means. And then he looks back at you, taps again. You're in my seat. Batman.
I look around. Are there any other seats?
There's other seats available at other kiosks or vendors. Is that what I want to say?
So I point at them. Hey, why don't you try that for once?
Because
Those pizza look tasty. I gotta be honest with you.
he just stands there, still looking at you. Give me a charisma check. Let's roll some dice.
All right.
All right. He's about. It looks like he's about to like grab your shoulder. When suddenly, two of the sandbarge's security guards walk towards you guys. He quickly lets go of your shoulder and walks off, brushing past the security guards. They kind of look at him as he goes past. They talk between themselves for a moment and then continue through the market. And you are left to enjoy the rest of your noodles in peace.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see the drone thing?
You certainly can. Keeping an eye out for that drone. Damn optical camouflage.
I'm looking for it too. I still don't know what to look for, but I'm looking for it too.
Okay. I mean, you can roll too, if you'd like a perception. At the moment, you do not. You don't see it. You would have it over a 20 to see it, especially since it is optically camouflaged, and only
Oh yeah.
you know.
So I'm gonna look around and
Okay.
I'm gonna point at a wisp of smoke. Hey, is that it over there?
And we just walk through the market like that. His cat's like, no, that's not it. And then he points at something else. Is that it? I said, no, that's not it. And we do that for a while.
I mean, it
Yeah,
does.
we're just kind of
Yeah.
walking around the marketplace. I'm gonna just point at various things. I at one point point at a guy. Is that it?
Okay. I'll tell you what. Here, let's roll. Bolverk, roll a luck. Just give me some. Just give me a good roll.
One of those points.
I mean, one of those exactly. I mean, ugh, no,
No, not today.
not so lucky. No, sorry. Nope. Everything he's pointing at, yeah, is wrong, including the guy, the gentleman who he pointed at. Definitely not it.
Point at a cat. Is that it?
The only cats you find in this world are being cooked over an open fire. No. I can't bring that in yet. No. Okay. Yeah, after you meander around the marketplace, there's some, the sand barge is moving at a good speed now, and every once in a while it does shake and move around. But you are unable to track down the drone as you are walking around and pointing out various, wisps of smoke. Another word I was looking for, but I couldn't think of it. So, wisps of smoke. Is there anything else you guys really need to do at the moment?
Yeah. When we get close enough, I'm gonna go into one of the shops.
Okay.
I decided that I do in fact need to make a purchase.
Oh, wow. What are you looking for then?
Something that I realized that I don't have on my character sheet here is lighting. So I'm gonna go and find a flashlight.
Very well. You find somebody who is selling some flashlights.
And do they also have some way to make fire?
They do happen to have a survival kit, which has fire. Then you have it. Yes. I know I didn't. I didn't have an extra.
What? I just saw something. Firearms cleaning kit. Need that. Because I'm not sure if you know, but the worst thing that you can do for a gun is have sand in it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of sand. There's a lot of sand. So,
I'm fairly positive I'm gonna need to use this toolkit fairly often.
at some point, see, in terms of fun, I don't know if I told you about it. Like how I just say there's a mag cost because I would be like packing magazines and stuff, but I think for most people that become tiring and tedious. I don't know, but it's cheaper actually to buy individual rounds than swapping out mags.
Oh yeah.
But I know you were also your casings. You didn't collect any of your casings, did you? No. I know that was something that you mentioned you were going to do, and I was all happy about it. I'm like, wow, somebody. That's money. That's credits you're throwing away right there. Let's take this og and get him husked out, but I'm going to leave my casings. I mean, what's a casing going to get you, anyways? You know. So
But I thought that the all getting husked out would be more worthwhile.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got 10% of what he's worth, considering he's got to be torn apart and literally husked. You know, so um, you got a little more than going rate for having to rip somebody apart. When he did scan that guy too, it not only said it was corporation, but it was to see if there was like a bounty. Typically, when you take out or you do get a job like a bounty hunting on the exchange, you'd verify the kill through the exchange, and then they transfer the bounty over to you, and then you'd husk them out. But there didn't appear to be a bounty on this guy, so if there was, he might not have told you, but you're pretty sure there wasn't. So how about that? Anyways, that's all little stuff.
What is the solar map for? What does that
Pretty much think of like the flexible solar mats, so you can charge electronic devices that need power. Most of the stuff in this game, their power cells are going to last pretty much a lifetime. However, when you get into like augmentations, higher levels of augmentations or technology stuff, then you're going to need an optional power source, and that's one way to get it. If you're in a vehicle, sometimes you could jump them. So there's a bunch of uses for it. Um, a lot of, especially with like augmentations, they're designed to work off your bioelectric energy that you produce. Until you get into, higher tech visual augmentations, then you're going to need standalone power cells or a power core. Likewise, so a com term can only do so much for hacking. If you really want to do hacking, you need an internal com. But then if you really, really want to hack, you need to find a big room so you can put a bunch of servers and interfacing and devices to protect you, because hacking is not it's not easy, especially when you're going up against AI systems that can react in a fraction of a second, millisecond.
okay, that makes sense. I got it.
But anyway, solar mats, get power things.
I think I don't. I mean, well, what do you say about when they have a light source? Now I'm like, oh, I don't have a light source. Yeah, what about a flashlight and a battery? So,
Last week's players, my new players, one of them was pretty smart. I put them in a situation or a scenario that they did need a light. Nobody had a flashlight. One of them pulled out their com term because it is a hollow technology, and used that to illuminate at least a meter or so around them. Was it directional? No, like it was mostly
well,
lit them up, but it worked. I'm like, wow, I okay, that's thinking.
the night unlocking my phone so I could find my way to the bed without turning the light on.
Yep. Yep. I do that all the time.
Um, there is also this route to go to, especially for armor or full armored systems. There is a multitude of they're not augmentations of upgrades you can do to an armor. to actually add one of my favorite systems is a CEOS overlay system, which pretty much negates any night penalty whatsoever, and also can see through layers of clothing so you can see what people are carrying for weapons and stuff. So that there is those typically. I'm trying to pull it up while I'm telling you this, so I don't need to be like. I know they're usually about 30,000, but if you have a full suit of armor that you're fond of, that's one of the best things to do because then you don't have to worry about, lights. Some of the higher systems do take power packs. Hold on, let me pull them up. But the armor too, you can get different coatings for. You can upgrade to hardness to give you higher armor levels. You can add cooling modules to them so you don't have to take so much heat, which I'm not doing too much because as you see up in the upper right hand there are the vitals, hunger, hydration, and all that fun stuff, which I should pay more closer attention to, I guess. Where are they? Yeah, there's a multitude of siding upgrades that I didn't include in that player pack, which I kind of wish I did, because, especially when you're in a night environment, infrared, and my smart imaging enhancement overlay system is quite nice. Just to tell you other things. But anyways, yeah, flashlight works for now. I.
Eventually, I'm gonna get the full goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Cybernetic enhancement.
Oh, do the siding augmentations. It's almost mirrored. I set up cybernetics to almost mirror what the armor augmentations or siding upgrades can do, so they're very similar. Just obviously, when you get augmentations, it's all internal instead of an external, which is good if you're trying to be covert, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it's about 10 o'clock. I think we're trailing to different directions. We're off of the characters and the game at the moment. So, yeah, I would say. It was great to play with you guys. Thanks. Hope you'd enjoy it. Hopefully we can come back at it and continue the hunt for your father at some point, and maybe your escape from the corporate conglomerate somehow. But yeah, well, let's leave it there as you guys traverse the wasteland towards Darwin on the sand barge, hunting for that drone.
Yeah.
But it was fun, pleasure, thank you, appreciate it, and yeah, be in touch. Hopefully we'll do this again soon. So, all right, guys, have a good night.
Have a good night.